Hello, hello, hello! Shackle Breakers! My courageous and crazy business owners who are working towards freedom from being fixed from their business and going out there and living the life of their dreams and making a bigger impact in the world. These are my courageous business owners. How are you guys today? Today is a very interesting story about when COVID happened and it busted my business to only 10% of the sales, and how I started on a journey to be someone who can now close customers via Zoom in one session itself, and now have a side business with ongoing income by itself. So today is about that story. So who wants to hear that story for yourself? Raise your hands! I know I cannot see you to raise your hands, but yeah, that's kind of cool for me to at least imagine how it looks like. Okay, so I forgot where I was gonna go. But before that, you could see our channel art and all that is a little bit ugly, right? So I'm working on that. So pretty soon we're gonna have an awesome channel art and logo and bumper video. And when that happens, it's really gonna speak to who we are as shackle breakers. Okay, so let me start on my story. Okay, and then I'm going to give you the framework and the steps where you can close customers via Zoom online by yourself. Who would like to want that? Would you want that you can close customers online via Zoom in one session itself? Yeah, today's about that. Okay, so let me tell you a story about when COVID happened and my business was left to 10%, and then how I turned it around and became someone who can close sales on Zoom in one session itself, and also had a side business that now gives me passive income on its own. All right. So when COVID happened, I have a I have a custom made suit, right? Business. So most of my customers were tourists, right? And 90% of that is gone because they couldn't come into Thailand. And so I was sitting at home one day, and I was slapping mosquitoes. So one day, the tuition fees for my two children came, and it was huge, right? They were studying in international schools here, and international schools in Bangkok are crazily expensive. So I was in despair. Yeah, I was oh shit, now what am I gonna do about this, right? And while COVID happened, right, one way what I did to help my customers have the capacity to pay for the suit was that I contacted a payment gateway that allows customers of small businesses, right, to pay in installments via credit card and pay online using links and all that. So as I was sitting there in despair and thinking about how I'm gonna get to pay my the tuition fees for the kids, I also thought about hey, the parents, other parents whose businesses are affected, impacted, closed down, they would be in the same position as me and in the same pain as me. So what would it be like if I contacted the payment gateway and asked them that could I approach schools and ask schools to help the parents out by installing this payment gateway system in their schools as well. So I approached the school, right? The payment gateway, and I said, could I be a marketing partner for you to put this in the schools? And they said, yeah, go ahead, have fun. So I approached the school, right? And the schools are saying, hey, you know what? We're in the middle of COVID. You can't come to school. And I'm yeah, oh shit, I can't come to school. What am I going to do about this? So I said, okay guys, why don't you, the school owners, why don't you come online? I can share this with you on Zoom. And they said, okay. So they came on Zoom, and one by one, right? And I was having a conversation with them, and I could see that they couldn't get to what I wanted to share, and also they could get the logic of it, but it wasn't inspiring to them, and I couldn't close the sales, right? So then I was again in a dilemma of like, how can I close the sales? And it was important to me that the sales get closed within the session itself, because like the term was gonna open school. The school term was going to open soon, and I need to approach as many schools as possible before that, right? So the parents can use it. So I remember that I was in a course once where they taught about creating social projects, right? And in that social project, then what I need to do was create people to be leaders and take on the projects. And it was a huge request to those people to be leaders, right? Like they have to take on a huge responsibility. But I could see that those people see the possibility for themselves, see it as an opportunity, and take it on. So I thought, wow, if I can create some kind of structure and do that in the conversation in the Zoom itself, this would really, really empower the school owners and the principals to take on installing the system in the school. And that's what happened. And when I started having conversation, creating those conversational structure that way, structuring the conversation that way, it was natural that they were signing up. Like I go on the call, have a half an hour to 45 minutes conversation with them, and then they'll sign up right away. And that was, wow, this is great. So I said, hey, now in Thailand, there are all these small business owners struggling like me. Why don't I create a course online that can empower them so that these small business owners can also close their customers online? So I create that course in Thai, in a Thai language, and offered it to small business owners. And they loved it. It's called Zoom Pro. And they love it. And so they take it on, they studied it, and then they go and use it to close customers for themselves. So I'm sharing that framework of that course online with you today. So who would like to have that? Huh? So you can now, for yourself, like if you could be in like maybe you're in one of these spaces, right? Like COVID has affected your business, and you don't know like now how to find or go to your customers. Or maybe like you are saying that due to COVID, the economy is so bad that nobody is going to buy, right? Or like you don't know how to make ends meet anymore, right? Or maybe you're at you have a physical store, and your business is about physical products, so the customers need to come to you. So if they don't come to you, you found that you don't know how to approach the customers to buy from you. So this framework of the steps to closing customers online would support that, would be the solution to that problem for you. Okay, so you might want to take notes, or see how, like when you listen to this conversation from now, see how this can be applied to your business. Okay, so the first step, before I go to the school, the first thing I did was research the principal or the owner of the school. So I go on the internet, I look around, who is he and what's his backstory, because this is important later on, why I need to know his background a bit. Yeah, so that's the first step. I go online, search a bit about him. Then I share my original story of why this is important to me, right? Like I just shared to you earlier, this is important to me because my own two children in an international school, so it was a real pain for me as parents. And I think that would be the same pain as other parents as well, right? So I share that story with them, that why this is important to me. And then I create a relationship with them. Like the best way I saw for myself is when I'm researching them about who they are and all that, I find a way to acknowledge them. Like I could acknowledge the principal, like, hey, I got it. You're here. You might be thinking that this is about like a business that you can use. So because what the payment gateways allows for is that the school gets all the working capital up front, while the parents can gets to work out the installment plans with the banks, right? So I'll tell them like this, like, hey, I get that this may be a business venture for you, but I really want to acknowledge that, well, even though it's maybe a business venture to you, but your generosity to take this on allows so many parents who are struggling to be able to pay for the payment, And that's important because then the kids' future is not affected, and they're still studying in the same class as they are and finishing their future at the same schedule they're supposed to finish. So I acknowledge them for that. So that's how I create relationship with them, and that opens them up to the conversation I'll have. Then the third step is today's intention, right? So I'll talk about like I'll be straight with them. Like today's intention is about exploring about how you can get the working capital upfront, and while the parents can pay in installments. And after that, then we'll explore about if you would like to go further, then there'll be a registration opportunity. So I lay down the conversation upfront so they know what to expect, and then they can hear from there. This is very important to lay down today's intention. Huh? And then the next conversation is why this is urgent right now to them, right? So I create the conversation about as COVID is happening right now, right? So the parents are struggling. And if the parents don't have the capacity to pay, then they'll not pay you. And if they don't pay you, then your working capital is affected. So in creating that conversation is why this is important for them right now. Then they can see it for themselves in their own shoes, that this is a matter of their own benefit. So if you can lay a conversation that way for them, then they are open to hearing from you more. Okay? So then the next step after that is how your product or service is a solution to their problem. So then once you created that why is this urgent right now for them, then you lay down that, okay, this payment gateway, what it allows for is that you get to get all the working capital upfront, while then the parents has the breathing room to pay it in installments with the bank. So first of all, you don't have to take the risk. The banks will take the risk, and you get the money upfront as well, which is what you want anyways. Yeah. Then the next step is sharing the features and the benefits of your products and benefits. So I'll share like, okay, so this is the you get the working capital up front. That's the feature that the what you call the software, the app allows for, and then the parents go and pay like in installment like that 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 times. And then another feature may be like the whole payment gateway is security support by international level PCI. So then the benefit of that is the secure in the payment, and the system is very secure. And another feature I may say is like it's a link, so the parents don't have to come to the school. You can just send the link to WhatsApp or another messaging app, and the parents can take it on to pay for it themselves. So all the administrative hassle is gone from you. So that's another benefit. Or maybe another feature I could say is well, you can create one link and then send to a group of parents, and you don't have to do the repetitive task of doing each link again and again and again. Just to send one link to one class of parents, and then the whole thing can use it to pay for themselves. So that's another benefit, to save the administrative hassle. And then I showed case study examples. If you have that, it's great to show case study examples of other schools have already confirmed or used the system with me. Or you can show the case study examples of if you don't have a proof yet, then you can show if they install this much, take 3 payments, how it's like that. You've got to create a conversation for them to see it in real life, how it works. Yeah. Then you transition to the offer. So then you say, okay, so I've explained to you this far. Now may I have then you ask for permission. May I have the permission for you to show you what would the offer be like, so that they themselves commit to listening to what you're offering. Then the next one is the irresistible offer stack. So then you create, like for me, right? Okay, so I create that. Okay, I've asked the payment gateway company to waive the installing cost, to waive the monthly payments, and they just need to pay per time, and that's it. And that's one offer I offer in the stack. So a stack is a list of what they get and also the bonuses. So then maybe another bonus I'll say is, okay, you get one free custom made premium shirt tailored from me, from my shop, and they can pick it up. My staff would go to their own school and then measure them like that when the lockdown stops. And another one is like I have a friend who has an app that can monitor teachers when they are working online with the students. And I've asked him to give you a 2 weeks trial with that. So these offer stacks incentivize them to, oh wow, I should take it on right now. And then you give some urgency to it. Like the 14-day trial of the app is going to end in, say, a week from now. So it's great that if you can sign up right now, right? Then you create the conversation for the opportunity to register. And then you can say, you be upfront with them. Hey, I have, you may be in one of these 3 spaces. One is you're ready to say yes right now. So if you're going to say yes right now, I'm going to show you how to do what's after that. Then you may be having some more questions. And if you have some more questions, then I'm here to answer the questions. So you can take on any questions you have and I'll answer them for you. Or the third is you saw this already, you've seen the opportunity it exists, and you can see that it's not for you. So if you listen and your answer is a no, and that's okay too. So I thank you for the time. So then they'll say themselves, oh, I'm in 1 or in 2 or 3. So in 1 or 2, then they're already like, you can close them easily. And if they're in 3, then you know that they are not customers. So it's right away, very upfront, very clear, on the table. Okay, and if they're in 1 and 2, then the step 11 is conclusion, right? So you say, okay, thank you. And then my team would contact your secretary to take the documents, and then you work on the logistics. Okay, they'll call this at this time, and please, can I have your secretary number? And that's it. You're done. You're done. Can you see how easy that is? The steps for closing customers online via Zoom in the session itself. Yeah, that's how much fun it is. All right, and you can go on and close as much customers as you want. Yeah, and who would like to have this PDF, or I don't know, maybe I'll take a picture and send it to you. If you would like to have this PDF, then say I would like to have in the comment section, okay? And then I'll get in touch with you and I'll send the PDF or the picture to you, okay? So this is about you going out there, trying it out, okay? Without trying it out, you would not learn, and you will not see how it works. I request you to go out there and try it on. Even if you do it, I don't know, right or wrong or something, but something new will show up for you. So, shackle breakers, that's it for today. Take care. Have fun. Bye.